Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T here, aka Tierra. Nice to see you guys. If you're new, welcome, subscribe, hang out a bit. If you're a returning subscriber, hello. Nice to see you guys both. As you can see, I did like a little Valentine's Day Avatar pink look. I think it's so cute. Really excited for this. We're just continuing our Valentine's Day series. You know I like to do the weird looks as well as the regular glam looks, so you just gotta catch me on the day. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this look. Alright, so first things first, we are doing our primer. This is so necessary for all makeup looks, but especially if you're going to be using any type of face paint. I'm using the Hydro Grip from Milk Cosmetics, one of the best in the world, I say. Brows, I am using my I Am Magic Juvia's Place concealer. I'm using this in shade 18, which is lighter than my normal shade. When I'm doing actual concealer on my skin, I use a shade J12. Important part of this is making sure you're really saturating all of your brow hairs, which can be a little bit difficult, so just take your time with it, and if you need to layer, layer. Now I'm using a face wipe. It's actually a toilet wipe, like the adult ones, and I like to use my nail, and I just use the nail plus the wipe to just get a rough estimate of my shape. Now I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and this is the pink shade that I really like. And the most important thing for this is to kind of do slightly windshield wiper, but more so patting. I decided after doing the pink brows that I did not want like red and pink brows only. I needed some like contrast, so I went ahead with purple. For the base, I love these. I got them from Amazon. I've been using them for a while now. And I will say they are a little difficult to come off, but they do not dye your skin. And they give you a lot of wiggle room to layer and to add, and I just really like them. And they don't dry down without using a translucent powder, so that gives you, again, a lot of time. I can leave this on for like 10 minutes and I can still come back to blending. It doesn't like dry down the way that like concealer does, for instance. So I'm just taking my time layering, building this up. My least favorite thing, like my sensory issues, oh my god, I cannot deal. But I be shoving it in there. I hate putting anything on my ears and like having to cover my earrings. It just stresses me out. Last but not least, forehead and body. We are just taking our time, building this up. I wore a pink dress so that I didn't have to do my whole body. Now, as if we were contouring, I'm using a darker shade. No matter what color you're using, you always want to make sure you're using a darker one, obviously for contouring, and a lighter one for highlight. If you don't know what to do, use a little bit of black and a little bit of white, but for pink, it's really easy. So obviously red is going to be the easiest for pink because they're in the same color family, and it just makes it a lot easier. I wouldn't use black for this, that would be crazy. Red, easy to go. When I'm doing this as contouring, I'm doing the same motions that I would normally do, and that is more of like a rounded buffing sensation than disrupting that color. You don't want to disrupt the color. Now I'm using white as my highlight, and I'm using it and placing it in the same exact places that I would normally if I was doing this as a regular glam look. Just take your time. Like, you see that we're adding dimension into the face, which I think is really important, even whenever you are doing these super fun, super cute looks. Like, let the girls know that you know how to do something, okay? And that is bringing contrast to the face. We're doing my chin, we're doing my forehead, and we're doing my triangular shape underneath the eyes. Super important. Now I'm using that same brush that I used for the red, and I am not adding any more product, but I am buffing out and just smoothing out my harsh lines the same way I would normally. Now using a triangular puff, I am adding translucent powder, again from Amazon. This one does not have any scent to it, and it does not make me sneeze, which I'm very sensitive, my skin and my body. And I have to be very particular about what I put on my body, and this one works really well. I'm really only hitting up the highlighted places. I'm very briefly tapping on the red spots where the contour is, but for the most part, I am really just heavily relying on those highlighted areas to kind of like spread that powder out. Avoiding those brows because I'm going to have to touch them up again. But what we're doing is really making this base super secure and not moving, because if you don't, these will slide forever. I told you they don't really set. Now I'm using the same palette that I've been using this entire time in its powder form now to add on these little stripes for Avatar. I think they're so cute. Sorry guys, I was talking on the phone with my boyfriend and he was keeping me company. At this point, he's pretty desensitized to me calling him with the craziest colors on my face. Yeah, do you see that I added some contrast to my collarbone? I was chatting during that time, but it just adds a little bit extra on camera. And I just like I want people to see my collarbone. Like, I diet too hard for this, okay? Doing the same exact thing, contouring now, but with powder for the nose, same way that we would do normally. And making sure to get the very tip of the nose, because that's really important for like the Avatar look. No matter what color you're using, you want to make sure that you just highlight the definition of that nose, because, you know, we're animalistic, we're an Avatar. I was taken aback by how cute this was starting to look on my viewfinder. This stripe, I wanted to make sure that it followed my same contour, like, so I tilted that one down to really just chisel out that face. My jawline been drawing, so I'm not like pressed, but I just wanted a little extra, you know. It's all about shadows, it's all about lighting, it's all about all of that. Just buffing out that nose area, making sure there's no harsh lines. I mean, there is harsh lines in this look now, but you know. And I am just like using the translucent powder to kind of like dye down the harsh lines of like the ending of the stripes. So I am doing that. Otherwise, I am avoiding all of those darker areas. Now we moved on to the eyes. I'm always keeping my eyes lifted. I love like a cat eye look, and I felt like this look was really, you know, feline and animalistic. So we wanted to make sure that we kept those eyes super catty. So yeah, my eyes are like going up towards my brows with pretty much all of my strokes. I'm just making sure to keep that straight up towards the ceiling always. And I am doing a halo eye for this, a super basic one, because this isn't the highlight of the look. I'm not pressed about the eyes, but I am doing like this little cute halo. It took me not even 3 minutes to do this entire eye portion, so no pressure. What I did do off camera was add my Luxe Effect lashes, and I also added some liner. My eye shape in general is already pretty naturally almond. I don't have to work too hard to look feline. I just exaggerate the inner tear duct just a little bit and keep that liner going straight out. We are now finally adding some dots in. I made it really easy and got like this lilac color from NYX and just added dots wherever my heart desired while I was distracted talking on the phone. I was almost adding like little cute freckles. I was like, wait, is this not serving? It's so cute. With the halo eye, like, be serious. I love the gold. That was like a good idea. This whole look was a really good idea. I loved it from start to finish. Super easy. Didn't even take me like 45 minutes. Using that same red that I've been using this entire time with an angle brush to sweep underneath the waterline and just keep that going. Now I'm using that same exact brush to make the nose just a little bit more exaggerated with the red. Moving on to lips, I'm using a purple, same exact thing that I used for my brows on the lips. I just put like a teeny tiny bit of Aquaphor on the lips, and then after that I will use any eyeshadow that I want as my lip color, because it's just easier that way and I just prefer it. Obviously I use things that are really meant for the lips, but for these dramatic cosplay-esque looks, I just think that the eyeshadow blends are so much easier. Alright, now we're finally adding on the finishing touches. I decided very last minute to put on these hearts, and they're just stickers. They're actually really hard, like plastic stickers. I would certainly recommend paper stickers, but this is all that I had lying around, and I'm just using that with the same purple that I've been using this entire time, buffing it out with a little bit of pink on the edges, and whoop. So cute! It is so cute. I added a couple more to my skin, to my chest area, and on the side of my face, and that was me on FaceTime still, just so excited. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun doing this, and it was really simple in my opinion. If you have like the right tools, you can like create anything, do anything. I hope you guys are enjoying my love, my love. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this look, let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to add me on Instagram because that's where I post these things first. I love you guys. I will see you all in my next video.